Uh, uh, Three theropods: Allosaurus, Ornitho, Listus, and Compsognathus. Here the three theropods, the typical theropods were two legs flesh eaters, although they varied in the size. They all had the same basic body shape. Here the Allosaurus, here the S-shaped neck. Theropods usually had a shaped neck, and here two-legged. All theropods worked on hind limbs.
Allosaurus.
Here the key facts. Allosaurus was a large two-legged predator. It had huge jaws armed with blade-like teeth and bulky body and sharp claws. Time 156 to 130 million years ago. Length 11 meters, 36 feet. Weight 1.8 tons, 1 3/4 imperial tons. Diet herbivorous dinosaurs. Classification: Allosauridae, infraorder Tenure, suborder Theropoda, order Saurusia. Allosaurus find sites:
Montana, United States. South Dakota, United States. Wyoming, United States. Utah, United States. Colorado, United States. New Mexico, United States. Oklahoma, United States. Mtwara, Tanzania. Victoria, Australia. Ornitholestes.
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 Here you can see the cutting teeth. Theropods' jaws were usually armed with rows of sharp teeth. Here the sharp claws. The most theropod had hands with the sharp claws.
Ornitholestes.
Ornitholestes was a lightweight two-legged flesh eater with an S-shaped neck and long tail. Time 150 million years ago. Length 2 meters, 6 feet 6 inches. Weight 2.5 kilograms, so 28 pounds. Diet is small vertebrates. Classification: Coloridae, infraorder Tetanure, suborder Theropoda, order Saurusia. Ornithorhestes find sites:
Wyoming, United States. Wyoming, United States.
Uh, um, Ornitholestes full profile. The whip-like tail compared more than half of the Ornitholestes length. Large individual probably grew as long as tall human, yet weighed no more than medium-sized dog. Ornitholestes bird robber had stronger, deeper skull than two other well-known small theropods, beast-footed dinosaurs, Compsognathus and Coelophysis. Each hand appears to have a bone of a short, sharp-clawed thumb and two long clawed fingers. Sharp teeth rimmed only the front half of the jaws. Ornitholestes used to be shown in rather sluggish pose, dragging its tail on the ground like a lizard. Today it is usually represented as a dynamic predator, with its long tail held clear the ground and to balance its level back body, backed body and a shaped neck. Some scientists also believe it had a nasal crest. Prey scientists who named Ornitholestes imagined the speedy theropod killing and eating crow-sized early birds Archaeopteryx. Both these creatures lived at about the same time, but it is not known whether or not they lived in the same area. Or Ornitholestes might well have attacked other early birds, bird-like dinosaurs and pterosaurs, warm-blooded flying reptiles. Swirling alive, most often it probably ate lizards and other small creatures such as lizard-like Sphenodontians, large insect, dinosaur hatchlings, and small mammals. It searched them out as it sprinted through the fern meadows and riverside forest of Wyoming in the United States during Jurassic period, 208 to 144 million years ago. Grasping captured prey firmly between its sharp thumb and claw finger. Ornitholestes brought its victims to its jaws, where it's either a bit them to death or swallowed them alive. Grasping captured prey firmly between its sharp thumb and finger claws. Ornitholestes brought its victims to its jaws, where it either bit them to death or swallowed them alive. Predatory packs, although apparently quick and agile, Ornitholestes had relatively short legs with thighs longer than the shins, a feature not usually found in fast-running dinosaurs. Ornitholestes seem to have been a more strongly built hunter than Coelophysis, its much earlier North American equivalent. If Ornitholestes hunted its prey predatory packs, it might have dared to take on ornithopods, bird-footed dinosaurs as big as half-grown Camptosaurus, nibble scavengers like jackals at the lion scale. Ornitholestes has also might have stolen mouthfuls of flesh from the carcasses of the dead sauropods, lizard-footed dinosaurs. One after another, Ornitholestes could have nipped quickly in and out the huge corpse's body cavity under noses of the killers, troops of allosaurs or other large flesh eaters. These big heavy dinosaurs stated with flesh would have been too slow to stop such small little scavengers. Compsognathus. Here you can see a deadly predator, although small in size. Compsognathus was a lethal predator.
Compsognathus. Compsognathus.
Compsognathus was a tiny, fast-moving predator with sharp teeth. Its shape was well suited to running through thick vegetation. 156 to 150 million years ago. Length 1.4 meters, 4 feet 6 inches. Weight 3 kilograms, 6.5 pounds. Diet invertebrates, lizards. Classification family Compsognathus. Empowered Tetanurae, suborder Theropoda, order Saurischian. Compsognathus find sites.
Bavaria, Germany. Var, France.
The agile little predator, Compsognathus elegant jaw was one of the smallest known dinosaurs. Compsognathus was delicately built and bird-like with a narrow pointed head, jaws armed with small sharp teeth and flexible neck and compact body and relatively strong and very long tail. The legs were long and bird-like. Surprisingly, the short arms bore two-fingered clawed hands, more like those of huge dinosaurs such as Tyrannosaurus of much later times. The claws seems to weak for cutting or piercing. The sharp-toothed jaws and closed toes and fingers are typical features of theropods, beast-footed dinosaurs, but short two fingers, forelimbs, and other details place Compsognathus in a family of its own. The sharp-toothed jaws and closed toes and fingers are typical features of theropod, beast-footed dinosaurs, but short two-fingered forelimbs and other details place Compsognathus in a family of its own. Fossil finds. Compsognathus lived in the same semi-desert island as the first known bird, Archaeopteryx. The skeletons of two creatures are so alike that scientists mistook several Archaeopteryx fossils for those of Compsognathus before they noticed faint feather impressions in the rock around the fossilized bones of Archaeopteryx. Only two fossil specimens of Compsognathus are known. One is roughly the size of a chicken and seems to be half grown, and the other one is about the size of a turkey and has the fully formed bones of an adult. Largest predator, despite its small size, Compsognathus may well have been largest carnivorous flesh-eating land animal that lived on its group of islands. Semi-desert climate would not have been capable of supporting vegetation required to nourish the number of big herbivores, plant eaters that larger carnivores would have needed as its meat supply. Swift attack. We can imagine Compsognathus stalking through the undergrowth, its keen eyes quick to catch the slightest movement of a large insect, lizard, or small mammals. It would have been able to outrun lizards and might have chased a young Archaeopteryx if it surprised on one on the ground. In the morning, basking lizards, still sluggish after cooling down overnight, would have been easy prey. Compsognathus probably bit large victims while gripping them with its hands. The claws were not used as weapons for inflicting wounds. The smaller creatures would have been swallowed whole. Allosaurus, full profile. Here now focusing on Allosaurus full profile. Allosaurus other lizard is one of the biggest carnivorous flesh-eating dinosaurs before Tyrannosaurus. A dinosaur like Tyrannosaurus appeared some 50 million years later. Allosaurus' long muscular hind limbs supported body nearly heavy as elephants. Huge but lightweight skull consists of largely of bony studs with bony ridges above the Eyes, immense expandable jaws, had the long curved short edge teeth. A thick escarped neck supported the head, and long deep tail counterbalanced the heavy front end of the terrifying theropod beast dinosaur. Curved tapering claws armed the three fingers of each short and strong arm. Each foot had three claw-bearing toes. The short first toe turned slightly backward. A formidable predator, Allosaurus probably preyed upon medium-sized herbivores, plant-eating dinosaurs. A long Allosaurus could have hunted and attacked beasts of the size of Camptosaurus. Predators probably lurked in dense undergrowth. When the unsuspecting Camptosaurus or any meaty prey passed, Allosaurus might have suddenly lunged forward, grappling with its victim, using its sharp claws while simultaneously plunging its fang-like teeth deep into its victim's vulnerable neck flesh. Weakened victims, sauropod lizard-footed dinosaurs, much larger than the largest allosaurs, would have proved more difficult to overcome. Perhaps pack of allosaurs dodged herds of sauropods, singing out the slaughtering any young or silky individuals that lagged behind the rest. Sauropods like Apatosaurus and Diplodocus probably went around in herds for mutual protection from gangs of theropods. Pack hunter, the other hints as Allosaurus patrolled the land in troops include more than 10,000 disarticulated bones that have become disconnected from one another, discovered in one quarry in Utah in United States. Usually the fossil bones of herbivore victims far outnumber the bones of theropods that preyed upon them. Here, however, it seems that Allosaurus far outnumbered its prey. Even more intriguingly, the Allosaurus bones came from animals of every age and size, including very young. Some scientists suspect that the theropods had flocked in from the far and wide to feast on few big herbivores trapped in marshy ground. It is possible that the theropods also became stuck and died.